Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the first match of Season 39. And we begin this 3v3 season in Kyber 2, but this time we have lost two Datacrons that we have become very reliant on, with Grand Inquisitor and Aphra's both expiring. So we need to find a whole lot of new solutions to tackling a number of GLs. But before we begin the opponent analysis, we're going to do a quick recap of the final week of Grand Arena last season. During this week we went 2-1. We won the first round, lost the second, won the third round on a tiebreaker. Now, what I really wanted to pay attention to is this round one match because of how my Finn and Zori squad performed. I've been very happy with the results since I placed that on defense, partly because my opponents tend to underestimate it. But first here, Maul with this Datacron getting a number of holds. Jedi Knight Revan losing, Troopers losing, CLS losing after they preloaded the turn meter. Fennec, he ends up wasting his SOKR up against it by undersizing it. Eventually it goes down to Starkiller, but he had lost so many of his counters by that point that it really compromised the rest of his play. Here he tries to undersize JTR up against Finn and Zori, but this is what happens when you use some of these lower gear characters. Your opponents tend to disrespect them, not really understanding how powerful new kits are and where the modding may be in these situations. Then he attempts Night Sisters. This probably suggests that they're coded to go after Daka a little bit. He uses some Lord Vader level Bad Batch, and a preloaded Finn squad takes it out. Eventually it goes down to Maul, and then Dash getting a few more holds, but you can see at this point he had lost a number of good characters. You can also see he was he wanted to use a Datacron, I guess, but he's putting Resistance Pilot in there. Not really going to do much, but Aura Singh and Finn both going down to Dash, and we win that one pretty easily. Now, with round two, this opponent here. Now, in round two, by necessity, my defense is fairly weak because of how much I need to save for offense in order to deal with the number of GLs my opponents are usually placing on defense. And that's what happened in this situation. Is this guy didn't have any issues with my fairly weak defense and just run to the board. Pretty strong and safe win for him. I just ended up doing a lot of testing on my end since that one I wasn't going to have a lot of chance on. In round three, though, this was the one that went down to a tiebreaker. I one-shot full cleared his board, and he lost a battle with my Malgus getting a hold up against the Sith Eternal Emperor, but he made up a lot of banners with a bunch of undersized squads, which allowed him to catch up to at least be put into that tiebreaker situation. Whereas I had to make up some banners where some of my counters, like the gas counter, was a very low banner win for me, even though it was a one attempt to win. With this week's bracket, my opponent McKee is immediately to the right of me. Almost everyone is 9 million GP or higher. There is one player who is below. He also happens to have fewer than 200 Zetas, which is strange. With that, at this range, most of those are luxury and not essential. With the Omicrons, there is one player off screen who has 17, but my opponent and I are tied with the second most Omicrons in the bracket at 16, where the rest of the players are in the 11 to 15 range. So players are close, but I think these days 11 is probably too few, at least for Kyber 2. With the GLs, this is usually what I expect to see in Kyber 2. Everyone is 6 or 7 GLs, except for me. Last couple weeks, things have been a little bit more favorable for me, where we faced a number of players who were in the 4 or 5 GL range and still happen to be in Kyber 2. With relic units, though, this is where the problems really start to occur. My opponent is at 181, and right around that range is where I start seeing a lot more losses. That metric, more than the GLs or anything else, is what is determining my wins or losses these days, is just number of relics. In that 150, 160 range, we've got a chance. This one, though, will be rough and no help with the depth of the roster. With the relic distribution, though, this starts looking a little bit better, because even though my opponent has that many relics, a lot of them are at tier 3, which is a big help, because usually players like this, a lot of them are weighted a little higher, and you can see some of the relic distribution at the other levels, where tier 5, he doesn't have that much of a big lead, and tier 7, not too scary. It's actually a player like Munson here, who we could get matched up later in the week, who has 50, which would be double the tier 7 relics as me. That is the type of roster who, again, could cause some major problems for me. With the mods, my opponent is beating me, and I'm actually, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 players better than me. No, 5 players. So this is actually one of my weakest performances in terms of mods. So that's something I need to get that video out so I can fix the situation. It's time I prioritize that. With the top 500, though, we're looking good, but we could be a lot better. 25 plus, 20 plus, and 15 plus. Our counts are good, but the lead that we used to demonstrate in this arena here, this area of the game, has basically evaporated while I have kept a lot of my mods in a holding pattern. I need to that video you're going to be seeing from me soon, because I gotta prioritize my mods, because that's no longer the advantage that it had been for a long time. Datacrons, I am looking good compared to my opponent, and there's one other guy here who you can see, Ka. He has the best, arguably I might be the best in Datacrons. It's really going to depend on what exactly those level 9 Datacrons are, because one of mine I can't even actually use, the Sana Datacron, because I don't have a Relic 7 Sana. Now, with the bracket details, 2 players without Jabba, but my opponent has him. 2 players without Lord Vader, me being one of them. I am the only player without Sith Eternal Emperor, but I'm actually like, I could, if I wasn't more concerned about making sure I could qualify for Cal Kestis right away, then Sith Eternal Emperor I could unlock, or I could start the ticket farming today, is where I am with all my gear. Like, I'm right there. But we're gonna ease into it. I'm the only player without SLKR, and there are 4 players in this bracket without Rey. Now, with the Omicrons, 1 player actually doesn't have Malgus. My opponent has the Radis Ami. That one I'm not too concerned about. 1 player without Starkiller. My opponent, though, with a Relic 5 Starkiller. He really deserves to be Relic 7. He has 2 Amis. My opponent does have the Dash. I do not. He does have Savage and Traya. And now we're in a position where Savage, half the bracket, has it. So people are starting to get the message, but still not sold on it, I guess. And with Traya, 3 players still haven't gotten the message on Traya and put on that Traya Ami. 2 of us have Dr. Aphra. 4 players using Swallow, or maybe just have Swallow at all. And my Zori is here. I might put that Ami on. And now the rest of this, we'll take a look at. He has a 7-star Profundity. I like to ease into that final star. I don't do a ton of refreshes there unless I feel like it's necessary, and I don't. With the hotbot information, the undersizes and clears are really what we're going to look at. And at this number, this is a player who is going to participate and knows his roster. There's no help here. This is an active player who understands what they're doing. And we'll scroll through the rest of this. Datacrons hopefully will help, but the big problem is we got to figure out how we're going to handle Jabba and Lord Vader. That might be what we're doing this match. So we return here to check on the quality of his modding, which I have no doubt is good. So let's just see the number of characters above 300 speed. And this is actually a small surprise. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. His Piet is at 300 speed. His Kenobi's at 297. Only 28, which is still respectable. It's very good, but that I was expecting to be far higher. And you can see the characters who are below that threshold, like Han, Dash, Even like tech I like to have above 300 speed. Some Inquisitors, Veers should be faster. So there's a number of characters I would try to get higher that he does not. Like a lot of these Inquisitors, they should be close to 300 if not above. But to compare, let me show you mine, because I should remember. I should have this written down. Because with mine, I have 26. Radis is at 300. Seventh Sister is at 299. A lot of these characters are in the above 295 though. So actually, this is stuff I want to work on myself. There's a number of characters who I should have higher, but we're pretty close, and I was expecting my opponent to not dwarf me, but to have a bigger advantage than he does. He only has a 2-character advantage. Now with defense, I've made a number of changes. I've made sure to put Datacrons on. It's very important. If you guys forgot to do it, like pause right now and change, or do it while you watch. Make sure you have new Datacrons on, because Datacrons of the last set that expired are gone, and if you didn't remember to find some replacements, then you have characters without Datacrons. So we have Grievous and Boss here. I'll show you what I'm throwing on, but we've got a Separatist one here, but this is I think that was the one that was going to be for Trench, but I didn't have the Trench one yet. I did not get the Trench Datacron prior to lock-in. Again, this Sana one is a lie. I do not have a Relic 7 Sana, or these characters are Relic 5. The hope is my opponents don't pay attention, they get scared by it, and throw in something too strong and waste a good team. Down below, you had Qui-Gon Dash here. We actually found a better one for this. After I looked at this earlier we did a Twitch stream the other day where I was looking at my Datacrons and preparing for this Grand Arena. And after that, I re-rolled a couple of mods from this older set to find a better one here for Dash, because there's a good Dash one that can be paired there. Here's what we got on Malgus now that we don't have that tank revive. Nothing good, but any Datacron is better than no Datacron. Jabba, we got a smuggler one. This one's not great. And in the back, you got Maul here with a health damage with debuffs, which I think that's decent with that team. Here's Finn hanging out. Padme, I don't even know what some of these are. This one's, we could probably find some better ones for some of these slots. And then we got Iden filling up a slot. Here's the big change. With Fleet, we don't get holds anymore. And I think it's pretty important to try and get a hold. So I've decided I'm going to give a different strat a try, and I put both Profundity and Executor on defense, with Negotiator filling up a slot, which means like we're gonna have a messy attempt at my opponents. The Scythe counter is against the Profundity is pretty good, but it's not 100%. It might be like 80%. And then I don't think I'm really prepared for the TIE Interceptor count to the Executor. We might need to play that a little bit differently. We might just do the Malevolence 2-shot counter. But it's going to be messy, and we might get stuck, but he might get stuck too. So, nice thing is no Datacrons. That's going to help out. This wall I'm not too concerned about. We got Traya, Iden, Phasma, Dash, CLS. Manageable. And we did on Tuesday night, we did a Twitch stream where I've just planned out my strategy, which is a regular thing we do now on Tuesdays and Saturdays that we've been doing for about a month. Now Jabba, and there's Lord Vader down here as well. There's also Rey, Malgus, Darth Revan, but we had basically a cheat code the last 2 seasons where Jabba meant we throw in Aphra and we beat it. Now, GMK is still a solid counter to Jabba, but GMK is my Lord Vader counter. My Fennec can work, but not up against the Maul versions. Maul will beat my Fennec because I've got a Gear 12 Mando, a Gear 12 Grief. That's not going to work there. My Fennec is more of a cleanup situation if my GMK fails. But we could see what happens with Aphra without the Datacron, but the problem is in 5v5 maybe we'd have a chance because we have an Ami active. We don't have BT1 or 000's Amis. So we have some difficult choices where we might not actually get through this because I'm not certain how we're going to counter some of this. Because there's not a lot of testing and footage out there with Aphra without the Datacron, because not a ton of players had her, and when we've had her, she's usually had good Datacrons. I do have a okay one now, but not at lock-in, because I re-rolled after lock-in to try and find a droid Datacron to put on her. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with gas up against Malgus, because I want like a friendly palate cleanser so that I can go in feeling a little bit more optimistic before we destroy that optimism. Let's find something to throw on them. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, put a Datacron on. Any Datacron. So I had been putting tenacity up on them. It doesn't really do too much for them. I want to see if I've got something. I did not get too many of the purple ones before locking. The drop rates were terrible. Alright, we're gonna gain. I don't care about that. We're just doing this one. Alright, so I'm pushing for a lot of Datacrons this season. Usually there's maybe 2 a set that I go for. I'm going to try and get 4 this time. Now this Malgus squad is a little weaker. We got Talon there for a revive. We got Dooku, 2 characters going under stealth. That, though, could be a little annoying. But we at least can daze. And depending on the timing, we might be able to just rip out Dooku and Talon. As long as this taunt goes down. And he doesn't have a Datacron, which will help a little. Well, it's not like we have aerial advantage yet, but I want this taunt to be off. Okay. Who do I want to hit? See, the thing is, I want Talon, but I'm tempted by Dooku. We're going to hit Talon. Let's do a basic. I guess I could call in. I should use the special. Awesome. Talon down. That'll make things easier. They just lost a stat boost. And they lost the revive, which is why I wanted him down. And you know what? I don't know. I was kind of hoping. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. Solid start. Great. Let's move on. Now, one of the Datacrons I wanted. Oh man, I really wish I had it right now. We're gonna attempt Starkiller here, but I did not get the Mara J Datacron in time. I tried. Did not get it. I need to spend some time to make some presets. Okay. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. Fortunately, it's a Relic 3 Swallow, but he does have 3 Amis. It is a good one. Now we're going to find some sort of Datacron. Nobody puts damage over time. We're going to use this, but they don't actually have that many buffs. So the offense stacking is actually pretty limited. But that other set, there's not going to be anything for them other than a stat boost. So again, something better than nothing. Can we get a stun? Great. We're going to hit Ray, get through at least the protection out, maybe trigger the heal. I'm going to AoE and hit the staggers. I want to at least trigger the damage immunity. Okay, damage immunity triggered. We're going to basic, get the assist. We want to trigger more damage immunities. Perfect. And again, trigger more damage immunities. I'm going to take the free turn. And now, basic. Yeah, we're going to basic. Basic. I'm going to do a basic on Ray because Starkiller is going to assist. I want to get rid of some of that protection because once Starkiller assists, we're going to get unleashed, and then we can pull this. But let's use the go down. Oh my god. Perfect. Oh my god, man. Okay. Now we can take out Hondo. Fine. We'll take out Hondo. Great. But we knew that worked before. Now, there's a couple things we could do with Darth Revan. In the Twitch stream that I did where I was planning out my strategy, I was thinking I kind of felt tempted, and we might do it. Tempted to see what Savage can do here. The other thing we can do is like CLS Chupio, but I feel like I could Savage solo this. Like it might be crazy. But I really want to test. I'm going to test this out. I want to see. Because, and Tracked on the Discord brought this up, and I think he's right. I think this is what we want. Not that one. Oh my god, never mind. Did I put it on defense? I think I put it on defense. Never mind, we're not going to do it. The offense stacking with buffs. That should be awesome on Savage, and I think I gave that to somebody on defense. I'll take that off next time, so we're not going to have fun. Because without that, they're not going to... He doesn't have the damage output to take out Malak. Malak's just going to recover way too quick for that. Which means... we got to come up with something new, but what we really need to do is we got to figure out what is going to happen with Jabba here. And again, this is why the project right now is to make my existing characters stronger. Like, I need my Fennec to be able to handle Maul. And we're not there. We're working on those things. I'm getting characters closer. but we don't have enough Kairos. We're hitting Kairos pretty hard though. It's just I'm not letting that project slow down my pursuit of the Calcestis characters, partly because I think it's just good content for the channel that we always have the latest marquees usable right away. I think it's fun for me. I think it's informative for you guys, and we'll probably be using a number of those characters at some point in here. But the plan is we're just going to JMK it with the tenacity up Datacron. They should be able to crush this. So we're going to just give this a shot. Let's see what they look like without the Datacron. Or an Omicron. I feel like this is... I threw them in Territory Wars. Thing is, it wasn't terrible. I mean, let's just do it. See, the thing is, this Datacron doesn't... This is the Datacron that I re-rolled. Let's give it a shot. They don't apply any of these debuffs, so it's not even going to come into play. What do I want to do? Seal. I'm going to do this one first, and then we'll throw in Seal. CLS isn't going to work. I just don't think Aphra is going to work up against Lord Vader without the Datacron. Okay. Throw down the Torture. I need to work on the mods on this team too. They're taking their orders in the wrong... They're taking their turns in the wrong order. God, this team is not the same at all. All those turns are just killing me. Let's try and see if we can take out Bosch. We can bring back them in a moment if I don't die. Okay, let's bring them back. This is why I still wanted to give it a shot, because they at least can take a beating. Oh, I'm gonna die. I don't like it. There goes my boy BT. Yeah, that's about what I thought. All right, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna hate this. We're still gonna do Fennec. I should have done this first, actually. But here's the problem. There's my Grief and my Mando. But I'm not concerned about having to use a cleanup squad. How do I... let's just do this. The thought process here is maybe we make a little progress, soften it up so JML can work. If I don't lose, yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Nope. I get Grief faster. Well, we're not going to get... Let's think about this. Alright, let's do the top territory, then we'll just return down here. We're not going to full clear this guy. Let's do what we can. Let's do a little bit of testing. Let's Traya this. And then we'll try and learn a little bit of things. So we got Traya. Yeah, this is what I mean. We got the new day for my roster where I had to find new solutions. A whole lot of new solutions. Up against the best teams in the game. You know what? Let's throw Isolate on 9th because I don't want to get stuck behind a taunt. We're going to hit the Pain so we get some protection recovery. Annihilate. Because if we didn't throw Isolate on 9th Sister, we probably would have had to annihilate 9th right then. Okay. There's Held by Hatred. Dispel. I'll take care of 7th, and let's just auto here for 9th Sister. But I do want to do some Cere Junda testing, because I like Cere Junda. She can punch up. I just don't know how much. Savage here, or CLS here, I want a Savage. We're just going to put something on, but the Datacron I used to use is gone. Let's get health, resistance, potency, armor, armor, penetration. We don't care about health and resistance penetration. Resistance and armor. Let's take resistance and armor. And I added a relic level to Savage because relic 6 was cheap, and I wanted to increase his offense a little bit. Because he's just not a damage dealer, and I wanted to give him a little help to make these kinds of things a little easier. Hit that yellow soon. There we go. Oh, come on, R2. All right, get back on Chupio. Now. Boom. Okay. Take out R2. No, R2. There we go. Now here is the test, because CLS with his recovery makes this a little annoying and wonky, which is why I wanted his defense to increase, or his offense to increase. Now we don't have any issues. Okay. I think we're going to do Cere Junda up against Phasma. Let's give it a shot. Unaligned Force users. 3 stars. Bring in Fulcrum. Let's see what they do. Am I Tuskens on defense or offense? What did I do with it? I may have taken them off of defense so I could show them on offense. But this is why I really like Cere Junda. Like, look at the hits we're taking. We're going to do this. I don't think we need it yet. Maybe I should have saved that. I think I should have saved it. This is why I want to do this testing, so I can learn these characters, get better at them. We're going to save that. Let's throw one of these. I think applies speed down. Let's hit Pilot. Awesome. Okay, this should take out Pilot. Great. Now they lost their stat boost. This is a win. This is a nice win. They just take hits. 3-star character taking these hits. There's no reason to wait. Let's give Phasma a big hit. Awesome. Because Fulcrum's damage is increasing right now too. Like, she's gear 12 character, and her damage is going to get higher and higher throughout this battle. Next time we give him something tougher to deal with. Okay. Do I have Tuskens? I do. Do I want to do this? Let's do it. Because we have a bunch of stars that we didn't before. We're bringing in Raider. But with the AoEs here and the relics, I think this... Tuskens are really more of a Veers counter than they are an Iden counter. This I actually think goes poorly, but let's give it a shot. Because I have done this before at lower stars. At 3 stars, Iden wipes them out. But maybe we got a shot now that we've got more stars. Because you see, like right there, Warrior survived. Now we lost Warrior. Yeah, no, we don't have the damage output now to deal with relics without Warrior. Okay. We have Night Sisters. We're not doing Night Sisters up against Death Trooper, not Death Mark. No way. We're just gonna Wampa and move on. Wampa. This Datacron here is a Wampacron. Do I want to use this up against Darth Revan? That might be more fun. Let's do that. That's more fun. Because there's other things we can use to beat Iden. Oh, maybe I want to do JTR Swallow up against this. Is that crazy? No, we're going to do JTR Swallow. I want to see what happens here. We got the Swallow Con, which it's not one of the better ones. But we do have the level 6 ability here as well. I just got it without re-rolling, so I went with it. It was one of the ones I wanted to target, but it was like 4th on the list. Okay. Dispel. R2, I need you to make sure... I need you to do your stuff, R2. Oh, you're gonna get feared. Okay, that's not good. I forgot about that. That... gonna be a problem. We gotta... Okay, maybe it's not a problem. Not a problem. We are going to wipe out Darth Revan right here. No, we're not. Come on, man. Maybe we need to take out Bastila Shan. Oh, okay, that's bad. There goes our 2. Now my solo's too weak. Yeah, okay. Not punching up. Because I feel like that's a good test for whether or not the Kron is fundamentally changing what they can do or not. And that's... yeah, let's give it a shot. There's tenacity down, we got all that. And the increased cooldowns, okay. Yep. Yeah. Not going to change that counter or non-counter. What do you want to do here? Savage would have beat it. Can Hondo this? Let's find out. Hondo will beat Dash. But I want to know if Hondo can beat... but Death Marked. No, not with Death Mark. I'll show you Hondo Dash, though. This should be fine. Maybe not. There are versions I win and there's versions I lose, and this might be one I lose with BAM. But let's give it a shot. Alright, I'm going to throw Capture on Dash. Call the assist to start the stacks of Ransom. We've got our 10 plus stacks of Ransom, so we are shifting into a new attack mode. Okay, hitting Dash. We'll get some Foresight, get some more stacks. Throw Capture over on IG-11 because we got to. I love Hondo. This is why I've never subscribed to the position of using Hondo with Maul. I just think this is too valuable. Like, that's awesome. I love that. Now, unfortunately, it's lower banners because he gets better as those characters die off. We can't use Night Sisters. Trench. Let's do trench testing. We gotta do this. I was gonna take him to Relics, but I didn't have the Datacron yet, so I didn't, but I will for next week, because I do have the Datacron now. Okay, we put the shield generator on Ventress. Let's hit Death Trooper. We'll put health on Trench. This is obviously not an ideal setup for Trench, but let's see what happens. I don't like our damage output, and Ventress isn't going to ramp up. Let's see what we can do. I'm just gonna basic. I don't think our damage is ever gonna be where it needs to be to do anything with Trench here. Okay. Because I don't think there's a I don't remember, but I don't recall any stacking effects with Trench. That could be wrong. But Iden's definitely stacking stats right now. And it's going to get to a point where they're out of reach. Really wish I'd got that Datacron. Yeah, there's nothing here. We just can't outpace. We can't outpace them. Is there anything out in this? What does Malak do up against them? Can we Malak them? I want another solution. We can blow it up with a good team if we have to, but the whole point of this match at this point for me is to learn new things. I'm just going to test out new counters, new ideas, find a new solution if we can. Okay. Because we know good teams take out Iden. That's not what we need to know here. We need to... When we're free to play using less than ideal counters, we need to learn other solutions. Don't you die on me, Talon. Like, this is an information gathering. Okay. Should take out death. Perfect. Great. Okay, so we can do Malak Iden in the future. Which is good to know. You know what we're gonna do? I don't think it's gonna work, but it's time to see. I want to try the Chupio crown here. I want to see it in action. I did in Territory Wars, and it was... but there's other things. There were other... we did in 5v5, and it was fine. In 3v3, I just don't think there's enough here. And we don't have Han. Maybe if we had Han... Because Bosch is just going now. I feel like let's... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're dead. No, we're dead. Okay. Can we take out Bosch? Okay. We've got an AoE coming up. We're gonna get rank ward pretty soon though. It's AoE. We're gonna get rank ward. Come on, let me take Bosch out. That's all I want. Bosch gone. Bosch gone. Don't rancor me. Don't rancor me. Come on. Come on. Just let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. So close. Oh my god, we're so close. No! Okay, That's why you need a full team. We're going to JMK this instead of JMKing Lord Vader because we're not full clearing this guy, and I just want more practice doing this. Tenacity up is what we want. Because I know with the tenacity up Kron, we're going to beat Lord Vader. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Have I done this before yet? I don't know if I've done this before. Yeah, I've just... Because I've had Aphra, I have not done this. Which is why I want to do it now. So when we're in a match that I can win, I know what I'm doing or not. I want to take out Bosch. Perfect. Okay. I think I've got an armor shred. Yep. Oh, we can go after Jabba. I should go after Jabba. Right? Like, I should go after Jabba. Because otherwise... Like, I'm not going to get through... Chrysanthemum in time, right? This is why we gotta... Okay, we hit Jabba. Come on. Perfect. Great. Okay. I mean, we can throw JML at Lord Vader, but that's not going to do anything. Let's do Grand Inq. No, that's not going to work. Let's do it anyway. Because we're just handling this as information gathering at this point. I guess I'm really my Wampa should have won. It's just I gave it preloaded turn meter. Why not do that? Okay. Thing is, this works with the data. Yeah, this is what I. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. We can JML it, but who cares at this point? There's nothing to be learned. Let's do the hard part. See, the TIE Interceptor thing I don't think works up against the triple attacker lineup. I don't think. I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to burn a fleet, mess with the cooldowns, take... We'll do that. Because I gotta figure this out. Okay. Now we're gonna bring in the Malevolence, but some of the other you know what? No, we're gonna bring Ebon Hawk. I'm gonna take off that took off Soldier, right? Yeah. Because I don't think there's enough ships if I... No, there's probably enough ships now. Yeah, I could have kept Soldier. Alright, let's stun Mando. We'll AoE. Throw Buzz Droids over on Cad Bane, because we hopefully can take him out right now. But I don't get any assists. I'm not going to hit the Buzz Droid. Alright, we're bringing out Spy. Who's going to get marked? Okay. Take him out. Not quite. Do I want to do that? I don't think I want to do this. I'm going to do it. I kind of want to have a slot for Ebon Hawk. I need one of these vulture droids to die is what I need. I'm just gonna basic this. This doesn't matter. Yeah, see, I think I should have brought out I should have just left the empty slot so the Ebon Hawk could come out. Can we take out IG-88? Probably should have taken out, tried to go after Razor Crest, but okay. Now we bring out Ebon Hawk, and hopefully we still prevent the contract. I'm gonna basic. Awesome. Perfect. Alright. Great. But that wasn't the hard part. The hard part is I don't have a lot of experience taking out the negotiator with other ships. Or really the Chimera with other ships. So we got to learn a lot of new things. And actually I have done Scythe up against Negotiator before, and I wasn't in love with it. Let's do it anyway. Because really I think it's my best option. But here's the thing. The TIE bomb, maybe I leave the TIE bomber off. Because here's what I'm thinking. TIE bomber is really for the profundity. Do I need it in this kind of situation? I kind of don't think I do. I might regret this, but let's give this a shot. Okay, let's get some protection up. Get foresights. Hit the Y-wing. Get more stacks of whatever that's called. Formation, right? Yeah, formation. Let's get buff immunity. Really, I need somebody to go down so TIE Defender can come out. Good. I needed him to do that. That I'm a little worried about. Now we bring out our defender. Let's just try and take out the Y-wing. Come on, man. I'm gonna heal up. Oh my god. Don't die on me. I want to get rid of this taunt because that one's annoying. Everyone gets offense up. Don't Alright, maybe I should have brought out Bomber. Or brought Bomber at all. We got the ultimate coming though. Maybe we get lucky here. I don't think we do. There's too many ships. Yeah. No. Because if I brought in Bomber, we would have had a dispel. And I'm letting this play out because at least the ships are going to start without protection up. When I bring in something else. That these are the things I gotta learn. And I'd rather it be this match than a match that we had a shot in. You know what? I feel like this is foolish, but I'm going to throw in the rate. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're doing Raven's Claw. Even though I really don't like this fleet. Oh, did I put Biggs on defense? Oh my god. This isn't going to work. I put too many ships with my profundity. Alright, let's do Empire here. Okay, let's hit Vader. Oh my god, that's the wrong capital ship. I need fleet management. Ah, jeez. Okay, fine. This is a disaster. I'm going to bed. I just destroyed 2 fleets. Okay, we're gonna do Finalizer and Radis. Let's actually do Radis right now, and then I'm done. I'm gonna do Finalizer and Radis because I didn't destroy their capital ships. And we can at least see how these look in these situations. So I like to bring in Lando and Clone Sergeant. Okay. Use the basic first, call the assist. We throw in some deflector shield. Let's call everybody to help attack. That did no damage. Yeah, let's do the days. We will AoE. Oh, buddy. I want to get rid of this taunt. It's over. We did not go far enough. Yeah, without relics on these pilots, we don't have much of a chance here. But at least we knew. All right. We're going to check Finalizer Empire. But what I think we're really going to learn here is how much I need relics on these pilots. And why my hope to try and put Executor Profundity on defense, that just might not work at all for my roster, for my fleets. If I had SOKR and Ray, maybe. Let's throw this on Bomber. I'm gonna hit Vader, but I feel like that might be a mistake. Okay, let's push some turn meter, call some assists. Let's give it to, oh, he's got days. All right, we're going to bed. Nothing to learn there. I just don't think I have the fleet to do this. Like, let's say I didn't mess up my Empire fleet and I didn't set the bigs on defense. I don't know. We're still going to test this. We're going to spend this week figuring this out. We'll just have to see to what extent he decides to play and participate. We'll check in the morning. And no surprise here, this guy whomped me. We've got to make some major adjustments now that we don't have those Datacrons. I might take Jabba off of defense. I need to find other ways to deal with both a dual Lord Vader Jabba situation, because that happens all the time. Hopefully some of these Datacrons can help, but we're a week away from being able to utilize those and see if those are any options. Hopefully other players can give some clarity there. But this, my defense did do all right in a couple spots. Qui-Gon here getting some holds, Newt getting some holds, Malgus getting some holds. And we can see we did lock him down with my fleet, which maybe he gave up, maybe the strategy worked. But unless we find a way to clear fleets, next time we won't make the capital ship, or at least I hope I won't make the capital ship mistake again and waste some fleets. But this was a bit of a disaster, but I think still fun and a little bit informative because of the testing that we were able to do. And we will wrap this one up and try to fix some of these things very quickly. Next week we're going to have several more Datacrons. Over the past night or two I was able to get several more, so we should be in a situation for next week where we'll have Ben Solo, Django, Trench, and Mara Jade, which hopefully will strengthen ourselves for this season and the next. But thank you for watching. Be safe out there, everyone. Be excellent to each other. This is still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.